Alright guys, what's going on? Epos here, and you are watching some God of War 3. I figured I'd have something from the PlayStation 3 on to talk about expand a little more on my thoughts on the PS4. And if you'd like to see more God of War 3, I'm gonna start doing, subscriber request videos and games and things like that. So if you'd like to see more from God of War 3, let me know in the comment section below. We can either get a Let's Play started up on this channel or the Ted Demolisher channel, or I can do some kind of goofy videos or just random, not necessarily a full Let's Play, but just like a collection of moments from playing through while streaming or something. So let me know in the comment section below, or you can vote for it on the SurveyMonkey stream where I have a bunch of games listed and you can rank whether or not you'd want to watch them or not. Check that link in the description below. So the PS4 was just announced and discussed, and I talked a little bit about it in the ENN edition video that came out on Wednesday, but I kind of wanted to expand on my thoughts as far as my personal thoughts of the console as a whole. Excuse me. For those who missed it, the PS4 is due for release in holiday of this year. It doesn't have an official price yet, but rumors are that it's over $400. As far as specs go, it will be running an x86-64 AMD Jaguar 8-core CPU and an enhanced Radeon GPU, and they're both going to be on the same die, so it's going to be one of their accelerated processor units, or APUs. It's going to have 8 GB of GDDR5 RAM. It's going to have an onboard hard drive of some big size, but nothing specified. An optical Blu-ray drive, of course, 2 USB 3.0 ports, a Bluetooth 2.1 connection, gigabit LAN, BGN Wi-Fi, and the usual video outputs of component, composite, optical, and HDMI. Now, I think that the PS4 can honestly give the Xbox a run for its money, assuming people can look past some of the kind of setbacks it may have. Overall, the PS4 looks like it's going to be a fantastic console with a lot to offer the gaming community, but again, you gotta look past a couple small mistakes, potentially. One being that they originally promised that it would be less than $400, and like I said, it's rumored to be $450 to $500. Secondly would be the timing. It's coming out right after a bunch of really good PS3 games come out, which won't most likely be available on the PS4 unless they do like they did with the PS3 and PS2, where they come out on both systems. But frankly, I don't see that happening. But as far as the console itself, with the introduction of streaming games and downloading pretty much any game you ever want onto the console, that is going to be the wave of the future, and it's good that we're having that now, so that will be great for the console, especially since they said that previous PlayStation game, previous generation games, will be available more and more in time on that console. And the fact that it's running on a computer, like an actual PC processor, means that it will be 10 times easier to develop for. Nobody will have an excuse for not developing on the PS4, and it will mean that ports between the PC and PS4 will be a lot better. Now on to specific things mentioned. The Dualshock 4 controller. After rumors saying that it's not a Dualshock controller, it is a Dualshock 4 controller. Yes, it looks ugly, but that does not matter because it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to work, and it looks like it will work. The thumbsticks look really cool. It looks like a PlayStation, the controller itself is basically a combination of the Dualshock 3, the PlayStation Move controllers, and the Vita, which is kind of weird, but I like it. The thumbsticks look kind of cool. Instead of being domed, they have like a little indentation with still part of a dome. Looks like it'll be better on your thumbs. It has the touchpad. Not entirely sure what I think about that. I think it'll be cool in some things, especially if you're using something with a cursor like in the web browser or whatever, because that would be your cursor control and that would be great in swiping through apps. But as far as in-game mechanics, unless it's, just for a mini, like a meta gameplay kind of thing, it's not going to be, you can't just reach up while you're holding the controller and using it normally to use it, so not sure how that's going to get integrated. The light bar, which reacts with the Mini Connect, and I think something along those lines is the standard at this point, so there's nothing wrong with it. It will be interesting to see how that gets used, but it's nothing major. And then they combined the start and select buttons. I was wondering when this was going to happen. We don't really need both buttons, so it's kind of cool to have that. And then the share button, which adds into the cloud features. We'll see how that goes. getting onto the clouds, cloud developed by Gaikai, there are some good and bad things with this. The streaming games, and again, any game from any PlayStation generation, is good for future-proofing the console, and it will be good overall, despite what people think. Now, that also means that there's no disc, actual disc game backwards compatibility. And frankly, this will make or break the sale for a lot of people, unfortunately. While, yes, they do have the Blu-ray lasers, so theoretically it should play PS3 games, it's, again, running on a PC CPU instead of the more complex PS3 processing systems and things like that, so it won't be able to run the code originally developed for PS3 games. But Gaikai is hinting at, in the future, PS3 games, and of course all PlayStation games in general, will be streamable. Now, whether or not you have to buy them again or not will be up in the air, but you most likely will. But the digital age of games is what we're moving towards, and we just kind of have to adjust. This is an adjustment period, and I'd really hate to see something as silly as that break this console. This is huge. You can begin playing games while downloading them. They act like this is a guaranteed thing. I don't think it can be, like, at all, technically. Sure, for some people that'll work, but you can only do that after you download so much of the game, and it's completely based on your internet connection. So people in Australia won't be able to download at all because their internet sucks. And Blizzard games and things like that on the PC have already done this. And again, you have to get up to a certain point, and then you can only play up to a certain point, and things like that. Next is what they're promising, mixed with the social features, is the gameplay capture and streaming options when you use the share button. Sure, this sounds great, and Black Ops 2 promised things like that and stuff, but the question will be, especially for YouTubers who they're probably like reaching out to with this, whether or not it's good enough, whether or not it actually does what we want, and the quality, because a lot of games actually have built-in capture support and things like that. But rendering out a 360p video or just crappy screenshots or whatever is not something anyone wants to mess with, not when we've already invested in capture cards as well, and when capture cards are so readily available this year. So the quality and how well it actually works is something that will really be important. Social aspects, there's the Facebook integration, of course, and then Ustream. They partnered with Ustream for their streaming. I still have no idea what the hell they were thinking with that, but they partnered with Ustream. We'll see how long that lasts and if they get Twitch support, but at the moment that's just a huge disappointment. A big thing they were talking about was PlayStation Vita support. They really want to keep pushing the PlayStation Vita, and from what they have envisioned, the Vita will be a key tool to gaming in the future. But nobody is sold on it yet. What they have in mind is basically you pause a game that you're playing on the PS4, and then you pick it back up on your Vita and take it with you. Now, this sounds great if it works. If you can literally just pause your game on the PS4, put it on suspend, and resume it on the Vita, that will be fantastic. And it will only be fantastic if you don't have to buy the game twice. If you have to buy the Vita version and the PS4 version, it's not really worth it. It can act as an entertainment center with all the media apps, derpity derp. And then there's the game releases, which I feel kind of weird about. There's from Michael Cerny, there's Knack, and the intro looked like an Avengers ripoff. Even one of the characters they showed looked like a ripoff of Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. That really bothered me. But the game looks kind of cool. It looks like a good little platformy, non-serious game, which is something the PlayStation needs more of. Everyone went at it with all these mature-rated titles. We need more fun titles on the PlayStation, and so seeing more like that will be great. There's Killzone Shadowfall. It looked graphically beautiful. Looks like it'll be pretty good, but a lot of people, of course, are just like, oh, it's just another FPS, and quite frankly, it is. Diablo 3 is now being ported to the PS3 and PS4. I actually love this idea. I think it's great. It's something that will be great for the console, and frankly I think it'll be great for the game, reaching out to the console generation. When I worked at GameStop when Diablo was coming out, a lot of people were really interested in the game, and then they're like, what's it on? And I'm like, oh, it's on PC, and they're like, nobody wanted it then. So this will be great in both hands, and frankly I think it'll play great on the console. And they are promising 4-player online co-ops, so that's pretty cool. Drive Club looked good. The team-based racing will be a cool concept in development for the racing experience, so that'll be pretty cool. And then there's Destiny. Woohoo! Bungie's doing a great job. I knew they wouldn't just kind of launch it after the next gen console on the previous gen, so glad to see they announced it with PS4. The only thing that bothered me was Activision saying that they have always supported Sony's consoles and always supported the PlayStation platform. Excuse me while I reference the past like 6 years of Call of Duty where you're like, hey, we signed an agreement with Microsoft and Sony doesn't get DLC. Fuck you too. But other than that, Destiny looks awesome. It looks fantastic visually. I know it's going to be a fantastic franchise. Looking forward to it. And overall, I think the PS4 is going to do well. Well, okay. It's not my place to judge how it's going to do. But as far as the console itself, I think it will be a fantastic console. And it should do well. Now granted, I see all the different cases where it may not do well. But frankly, it needs to. Everyone needs to keep an open mind towards the console and understand that it is fantastic despite its minor setbacks. Thank you for watching these thoughts on the PS4, guys. If you want to see more God of War, or if you want to vote on the game you want to see from me next, put it in the comment section below, and you guys have a nice day. Hey guys, do me a quick favor and go to the link in the description below and fill out the SurveyMonkey survey regarding content on my channel. It helps us out a lot and make sure that we get the content out to you guys that you want to see. So the link's in the description below, and it only takes about 2 minutes of your time. Thank you.